masterclass today was something that came as a download while I was thinking about how rapidly things started to show up in my life, especially lately. And then I started looking into what has changed. Obviously my energy changed, but what in my energy changed, and how exactly I was able to receive these fast manifestations. And there were some specific things that changed in my energy, in my mindset, in the way of me showing up and being energetically throughout my days. And this is exactly what I want to share with you. This training will be very concentrated and will be giving you very clear shifts, very clear tweaks that you can start applying right away. And we'll be focusing on the following, but not exclusively on, but mainly on how exactly you can master your emotions so that you also master your energetic attraction point. How you lean into trust and allowing into the more feminine energy, that is the energy of receiving, that we know about theoretically, but we don't really access. Especially as women, we are defaulting more into the masculine energy that is closing our receiving capacity. So we'll be speaking exactly how we shift into the receiving, how we shift into the trust, and how we stay in that balanced masculine feminine energy, going more towards the feminine when we are calling in, when we are opening up to receiving. And then we'll be speaking about how we stay an energetic match to what we are calling in. What we tend to do is to go up and down, right, energetically. And I will be sharing with you what's been working for me. It's an inner game. It's literally like a game that I'm playing with myself, and that helps me maintain my energy at higher levels so that everything gets speed up, right? Because when we are an energetic match of what we want for 1 minute, 5 minutes, but then we are dropping because we are going back into the old stories and old paradigm, then also our manifestation power goes up and down. It's like almost putting an order and canceling it, putting an order and canceling it. So we'll be speaking about that also. Now, at the end of this training, I will be sharing with you a little bit also about my mastermind that is now open for enrollment only until Saturday, which means that we'll be speaking a little bit about what that program is, who is it for, and for those of you who will be choosing to apply after watching this masterclass. When you apply, if you tell me that you came through the masterclass, you will be receiving a special offer that is only for the people who are watching this masterclass. So this would be more or less what we'll be covering today, and everything in between that will be coming up. Tell me if this sounds well and who is excited. I can't see any kind of comments, so if you are here live, please let me know so that I can welcome you and honor you and celebrate that you are watching this with me. And let's dive in. So how exactly we master our emotions so that we also master our energetic attraction point. Now, guys, you've been in this journey for a while, so most probably you are already very well aware of the fact that our emotions are the kind of vibration that we radiate the strongest, that goes the farthest, and that really drives our manifestation. Our thoughts also have power. but our emotions are especially charged because the vibration of them is energy in motion, right? It's emotion, energy in motion. So when we create our reality, we actually create through the power of our emotions. Now, once we master the power of our emotions, once we master where we are vibrating when it comes to our emotions, then we master our dominant energetic point, which is our attraction point. We nail our dominant energy, which is basically the range of emotions that we stay in most of the time. Like, as human beings, we are accessing all emotions, right? Throughout our days. What is important when it comes to your energetic attraction point is, where do you spend most of the time? In which kind of energy? In which kind of emotions? In the anxiety, spinning, freaking out emotions, doubting, fearing, or into the trust, great gratitude, joy, excitement, contentment, love kind of emotions? It's not about I cannot feel fear, or I cannot feel anxiety because then I destroyed it all. It's about how rapidly you are bouncing out of that and go into the higher level of emotions. And that is what we'll be speaking about. How you bounce into the range of emotions that actually serve you, so that you spend longer time there, so then you create from there. Hi, so happy to see you here. So what do we do when negative emotions are coming up? They are creeping on us, they happen, we feel them. What do we do with them so that we bounce out of them and bring ourselves into the kind of emotions and vibration that we really want and choose consciously? So the first thing here, it will be a short process that I will be sharing with you. So the first step would be you choosing right now. You can choose right now with me to start being more conscious, more aware, more vigilant when it comes to your emotions. This means that you will be paying more attention to how you feel in your body. Like, literally, guys, we feel our emotions physically in our body. It's the physical sensation that we are experiencing. So if you want to be aware of your emotions, it's all about becoming present into your body and noticing when something feels off. As we said, we feel emotions physically. Many times the same kind of emotions appear physically in the same kind of spots in our body. Anxiety, probably you usually feel it on your chest. Fear, maybe you usually feel it in your core, in your solar plexus. Stress, maybe you usually feel it in your shoulders. It doesn't necessarily have to be like this, but I'm just giving you examples mostly on where I feel my emotions, but it's important that you check where you feel yours. So the first step in this mini process that you will have now in your toolbox is to continuously be aware of how you are feeling in your body. And if something feels off, like you notice yourself feeling agitated or just not feeling well, you cannot literally say what is wrong, what is off, but you know for sure that you don't feel well. Then the first step is to come into your body and notice where in your body you feel uncomfortable. It can be like a pressure on your chest, as we were saying, or it can be a hole in your stomach, or it can be like it's something that doesn't allow me to breathe, or it can be something, discomfort in your throat. Wherever you feel the discomfort, pay attention and then ask yourself, well, okay, what is this emotion here? What is the emotion that is coming up for me? And once you understand what is the emotion, you will be receiving the answer. It's like, it's anxiety, or it's fear, or disappointment, or whatever it is, right? Or I don't know, impatience, whatever it is, you will be receiving, you'll be accessing it through your body. Now, it's important that once you identify the emotion, so step number one was to become present into your body so that you access your emotions through your body. The second step is to identify, okay, cool, I'm feeling this in this part of the body. What kind of emotion is there? You can literally ask yourself, or ask directly that part of your body, like chest, what is that you are experiencing here? What is the emotion? What is bothering you in here? And receive the answer around what is the kind of emotion that is coming up for you. So the step number two is to become aware of the negative emotions. The step number three is to do something to release these emotions. Usually, negative emotions are stuck into our body when we don't do anything in order to move them. We can literally move this energy through our body, and the easiest way is to do something physically, like dancing, jumping, training, running. Sometimes I am encouraging my clients to just jump up and down and release that energy. So whatever comes to you, as you know, this is the thing that I feel called to do right now in order to move this negative energy out of my body, just do it. So that would be the step number three. The step number four is to bring yourself into a zero field emotionally. What does that mean? It means that you bring yourself into a place of neutrality. It's so much easier to go from negative to, okay, now I am just in the space of I'm fine. I'm just in the space where I am bringing myself into feeling safe, feeling okay. It's easier to go through this neutrality spot into the higher vibrations, into the higher emotions, than to try to bring yourself from I'm crazily anxious to, and now I want to be extremely, joyful. It's a hard to make leap. So I find it to be much easier to bring yourself into the 0 point. Eckhart Tolle calls this, into one book that I am encouraging everyone to read, The Power of Now, calls this bringing yourself into the now and into the realization of I am now safe. I am now okay. Which means that whatever you are freaking about, whatever you might have been feeling anxious about, you can always bring yourself into this now and realize, for this now, right now, I am okay. I am safe. I want you to just feel into this. Like literally, you can place your hand on your heart and breathe into this, into the feeling of I am okay now. I am safe now. This will be even easier to access immediately after you did that physical thing to move the negative emotions out of your body and bring yourself into this point of I am okay, I am safe. Now, the last step of the process is to bring up in front of your eyes, maybe on an imaginary screen, a version of you that is right now experiencing the emotions and the exact state that you want to start embodying now. So let's say you let go of the negative emotions, you brought yourself into this neutrality, zero field point, where you literally feel that you are safe now. You feel that you are okay now. And then you can close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and bring up on an imaginary screen the version of you that exists already in the quantum field, in the field of all possibilities. The version of you who is already experiencing right now the state that you'd like to call in. It can be trust, it can be joy, it can be excitement, it can be trust, we said trust, it can be belief, whatever it is It can be creativity, it can be connectedness. Whatever is the state that you want to embody right now, you just need to bring up that version of you and feel her emotions. Like, if I could feel what she's feeling, what would that energy be like? How would I be feeling it in my body? What kind of thoughts would I have? What kind of expectations would I have? What would be the things that I would know for sure? Little by little, by answering these questions, by pondering on what would all that mean, how would be different if you could tune into the energy of that version of you that is already living in that state. Just by pondering on it, your energy will be elevating there and will be starting to align to that state. This is literally the simplest way to recalibrate your emotions constantly. And I would encourage you to use it all throughout the day, or at least daily, because we do take shower daily. Why wouldn't we cleanse our emotions daily when actually that is what creates our life? Once you master this kind of process will just take a few minutes, a few seconds, maybe even, because it will happen automatically. Like, I feel this, okay, I release it. Maybe I do just some tapping or some energy work or some visualization. I release it. I'm bringing myself into I'm safe, I'm okay right now, and then I'm elevating my energy. I'm connecting to the version of me who is already embodying the state that I want to embody right now. And little by little, just by being connected to her, I am starting to embody that energy. I'm bringing myself into that frequency. I am becoming her. This is a process that will be giving you so much power over what you are experiencing in your body, in your emotions, and ultimately what you are experiencing in your life, since our emotions are the ones creating our reality. Now, please let me know if you are picking what I'm putting down, because this sounds very, very simple, but it's so powerful once you start using it consistently in your life. The second thing that I wanted to share with you is about leaning more into trust. And this is something fundamental that I am about to share with you. It's especially something that will be helping you in those moments when the tendency is to control. No, the tendency is to fear. Like, what is the opposite of trust? Is fear, right? But behaviorally, in terms of behavior, the opposite of trust is control. We are trying to control. We are trying to make our best in order to make sure that things will go exactly as we want them to go. So then the opposite of leaning into trust is going and deepening ourselves into the doing, because we try to control. We try to make things happen as we want. Now, this controlling behavior comes with a deep component of masculine energy. The energy of doing, the energy of fixing, the energy of being always in action and finding solutions to things and making things happen. This is a very, very masculine energy. Now, if throughout our manifestation process, we are coming from this masculine energy of doing, fixing, making things happen, what happens energetically is that we are shutting our receiving down. Receiving is a very much of a feminine energy. It is that energy of opening up and just allowing flow to happen. And that is the opposite, obviously, of doing and trying to control things, to make things happen. Now, as a control freak in recovery, Here's the process that I found that is so helpful when I want to lean into trust, into the energy, the feminine energy of receiving, especially when I feel that I default on the behavior of controlling, on the masculine energy. What I do is I go back to the awareness that control behavior comes from the fear of getting hurt once things will not go the way I want them to go. Control comes from the fear of feeling pain, because we are afraid that we will not be strong enough to deal with that pain. That's what control is. And that's what control comes from. So in order to release the need of control, we need to go back to the source. We need to go back to the root, which means we need to understand what we are actually afraid of happening. So the process here is to actually ask yourself, what is the worst case scenario? What is the worst case scenario if I let go of control and things just happen in the worst way possible? And you'll be faced with some pretty scary scenarios maybe. Like, what will happen if I don't control my kids in all the tiny details? What will happen if I'm not controlling my team? What will happen if I'm not controlling every tiny piece of my launch or of my showing up? And check what is coming up. Probably what will come up is part of the scariest stories that you are telling yourself. You might not even be aware of them, but they are lurking from the back of your mind. Just write it down, write it all down. Many of the stories that will be coming up as this is the worst case scenario might be like completely crazy, and you might even realize this is even impossible. Actually, if even everything might be going wrong, this will never happen. Like, for instance, some of the people with whom I work in my highest programs were literally afraid of becoming homeless. And when we really dug into that kind of fear, we realized this is something that is not even a possibility. So let's release it. Let's let go of that anxiety. But then there are some things that might happen, and they do belong to your worst case scenario. Now, what do we do with this so that we take their power over us? We decide that we'll be okay. Even if that thing happens, we'll be bouncing back. We'll be stronger than that. We'll find a way. We'll always recover. We'll always survive. We'll become better. We'll become stronger. That will help us grow. When we are able to face our fear, right, in front of our eyes, and know deep down, decide deep down in our core, in the core of our being, that, you know what, even if that happens, I will still be okay. I'm choosing to know that I will still be okay. I will be using this to grow. I will be growing farther. I will be getting stronger. This will be helping me no matter what. Then guess what happens? The fear is diluting. The fear doesn't have that much power over us. So then we finally can let go of control. Because honestly, we cannot control anything. The control part is an illusion of our mind saying we have to do this in order to make it be our way. But if we zoom out, energetically speaking, spiritually speaking, and practically speaking, we have no freaking control over anything. Not through our doing. We always have control through our energy, through our being. But that is a story that is completely not connected to the behavior of controlling. So coming back to how we are leaning back into more trust is by letting go of control. We let go of control when we face our fears, and we decide that even if that thing that now looks very scary happens, I decide that I will be okay. I will be surviving. I will be getting stronger. I will be getting on the other side no matter what. And then you can breathe, and you can just be, and you can choose to tune into another vibration. You can choose trust. You can choose belief. You can choose faith. You can choose to anchor yourself into the knowing that things will go the way you want them to go, or even better. And it's safe right now to let go of control. It's safe right now to stop trying to push things into existence and to make them happen. It's safe now to just anchor yourself into your knowing that it's done. It's done. It's working for you. It's working on your behalf. There is an invisible force that has been holding you through all along and is on your side. It's done. And you can feel into those feelings of trust, leaning into that energy of just breathing, relaxing, and allowing it. That is the energetic opening up to receiving it, receiving what you are calling in, opening yourself to actually get it into your world energetically from this deeply feminine energy. Does this make sense, guys? Let me know. And obviously, if you have any kind of questions of any kind that are coming up while you are listening, please let me know. And if you have any kind of realizations or aha moments, please share them with me also, because I would love to hear them. And it's also a great way for you to lock them in. Now, let's go to the third step, to the third thing that I wanted to share with you. How do we stay an energetic match for our manifestation? So we now know how to master our emotions and how to bring ourselves consistently into the range of emotions that is serving us, that is serving our manifestation, is serving the way we want to be in this journey. Now, and then we looked into how we keep ourselves anchored into the energy of faith, the energy of trust, into a deeply feminine energy of receiving without the need of control, without defaulting into that masculine energy that is cutting our receiving capacity and is closing our energy field. Now, let's see how we stay an energetic match. So once we did this work, and this is an ongoing work, it's a work that you want to revisit throughout the day, you want to check in with yourself, with your body throughout the day, you want to bring yourself into the vibrations and emotions that you want actually to experience throughout the day, and release control throughout the day. Now, how do we stay an energetic match for what we want without the dips? Now, what we mentioned in the beginning is that the pattern that probably you also see in your own experience, but I'm also seeing obviously in my own experience and in my work with my clients. Usually what happens is that people are journaling, are visualizing, they know where they are going, they feel pumped up. It's like, yay, we are going there. They even hold those vibrations, those frequencies of what they are calling in. And then what happens is that life happens. The day rolls in, things are coming up, and then boom, we are going from the highest heights of the frequency to feeling depleted or overwhelmed or spinning or freaking out, and we stop broadcasting on that energetic channel that was going to bring us in alignment with what we are calling in. So how do we bring ourselves up energetically? How do we bounce back energetically? Very, very rapidly. I will be sharing with you a game that I started playing with myself, and since I did that, crazy shit started happening. The game is very, very simple. It's a what if game. What if something magical happened right now? What if things really started working? What if money started flowing in? What if new clients would reach out today? What if this problem that I've been spinning with got solved by itself? What if unexpected money showed up? What if support showed up unexpectedly? What if this invisible force brought that result in? What if it became so easy? What if it became so flowy? What if creativity flew in right now? What if I received this amazing new idea that would take me farther right now? Do you feel the vibes? It's so elevating to play this game with yourself. It's a mind frequency, emotions, vibration elevating game that you can play anytime, especially when you feel that the energy goes in a dip. You can literally just stop, take a deep breath in, maybe just look on your window, do something that is pleasing your soul, is something that you find pleasure in, and then play this game. What if the solution came up right now? What if suddenly there was a turnaround in my situation? What if this problem found a solution without my intervention? I cannot tell you how many times I got the solution to the very thing I was spinning with just by writing this down. What if this got solved right now without me doing anything? What if a new client would come up today? What if a new client would show up and reach out to me right now or by the end of this day? This is a miraculous game. It's a magical game. It's a game with magic. You playing with your magic by choosing to enter this dance. I am deeply encouraging you to use it and to start playing it, because you will be seeing immediate results, not only in your energy and in the way that you are feeling, because instead of feeding the fears, you are feeding your vision, you are feeding your high expectations, you are feeding the possibilities that are there waiting for you, and you are becoming an energetic match for them just by entertaining the idea of them, by feeling the feelings of them becoming a possible thing in your reality right now. You will be experiencing magic. So I deeply encourage you to use this and come back here and tell me how this is working for you. Now, let's recap. Everything that we've been sharing today was about how you master your emotions, and we talked about a 4-step process to rinse and repeat every time you feel that something is off with you. You can't really tell what is off, but something is wrong, and this will be helping you to immediately bounce back into a higher vibration range of emotions. So that will also help you to maintain a high attraction point for whatever you are working on calling in. Then the second thing we talked about was how to anchor yourself into the emotions, into the knowing, into trust without the need of control, which is the opposite of trust. And then finally, we talk about how to maintain yourself into being an energetic match for what you are calling in by playing this fun, magical game with the field of possibilities. Like literally, you are elevating yourself into quantum, and playing in there by, like, almost like the image that I get here is like, you know, when you are going into a beautiful shop and you start trying on different outfits, and that is like, you know, giving you so much joy because you can literally see yourself in different variations that are really filling you with so much joy and high vibe emotions. That's exactly what is happening. Just that the more you stay into that field of possibilities, playing the what if game, the more you are becoming an energetic match for that. Now, if this is resonating with you, if this is something that you deeply feel in your heart, that is the real work, is the work that is moving people forward, is moving empires forward, it's the missing piece in all the doing and hard work that I'm sure that you've been putting in your business, in your life, in order to call in the things that you see deeply in your soul that are available for you. If you know all this, and you feel called to this work, and obviously if you are resonating with me and what I am sharing, I would love to have you, or to invite you, to check the mastermind details. My mastermind is a 12-month container, and right now is open for enrollment. It's open only until Saturday, and for those of you who've been watching this masterclass and are applying from here for the mastermind, you will be receiving a special price offer. So just when you apply, mention that you watch my masterclass, and you will be qualifying instantly for that special price offer. This mastermind is a container of magic. We have all the pieces that are necessary for elevating your business in there. It comes with a strong practical part because you receive access to all my programs, all the programs around launch, around branding, everything coming from a soul-led perspective. It's not called masculine energy of doing and creating these funnels. It's very much you resetting back to soul and doing everything, every piece of your business from a soulful, aligned way. You have all these parts available, but I believe that the most important part of this program is having me walking next to you so that I hold space for your becoming. You're becoming the person, the high version of you that you can see in your heart. And even if you don't see, we will be discovering her together, and little by little you will be elevating yourself into becoming her, which means that throughout this journey there is a transformation not only of your business and of your business results. We are always doing that. I always see my clients getting amazing results financially, but I believe that that is only a very small part of what is happening in the mastermind. The biggest part is your becoming, you seeing yourself and feeling yourself elevating to heights of energetic being that you have not even thought were possible in a time period that sometimes is mind-blowing, because people believe that this kind of transformation needs a long time. And what we learn inside the mastermind, one of the many things that I am teaching and guiding my clients through, is how to collapse time, how to work with time and make manifestation to happen instantly. Self-manifestation included, your embodiment of your next versions included, which means that the more you start embodying the higher versions of you, the actions that are coming and are an extension of that next level energy just happen, are being downloaded into your field, into your awareness, and you start operating at that next level way as a result of being you at that next level. It's not me telling you what you do. It's not me giving you the recipes, like this is the recipe, just go there and just replicate it. It's never working like that. You can have the recipes of million-dollar businesses and the step-by-step processes, and they will most probably not work for you if you are not adapting them to your being, to your energy. And that's exactly what we are doing in this mastermind and in this container, is discovering who is the highest version of you, and then helping you download your ways, your own game, your own solutions, your own programs, your way of being and growing your business to your next level from there, from that elevated energy level that you start embodying. I will be walking with you into this journey for 12 months. And if this is something that you feel called towards, I will be leaving the link to the mastermind here in the comments, and I will be looking forward to receiving your application and taking this conversation further and seeing if this is for you. Again, if you are applying from this masterclass, please let me know, because you'll be receiving a special offer just for you, the ones who are watching this masterclass. The applications are closing on Saturday, so looking forward to seeing you. Guys, this is what I wanted to share with you today. These are the vibes, these are the processes, these are the tweaks. If obviously you feel called towards the mastermind, go for it. But if it's not the time for you, you can still take everything that I've been sharing with you and start applying these things. Are very simple tweaks, things that you can do right away, and you will be seeing very, very tangible and immediate results in your business, in your energy, in the way you are being in your life. You'll be feeling more alive, more fulfilled, more creative, more energized. You'll be feeling more you. And that's the whole point of this journey. Thank you so much for watching this. And obviously, let me know if all this resonated. Let me know if you have any questions. I will be making sure to answer all of them. And talk to you soon. Have a beautiful day. Sending you all my love.